My name is Gabby. I'm a songwriter and volunteer here at Paddington Farm.
I am Glenn Aid Martins. I'm a long-time volunteer.
My name is Alfie. I'm a musician and I also run a small bakery.
I live locally and I was walking through and I always walk the dogs here and I just always wondered what was going on. I needed to borrow a lamb for something and I basically paid back borrowing this lamb with volunteering time, and I've just been coming back ever since.
But I got found out by somebody called Christian. Christian told me of Paddington Farm and I came here with a support worker called Naomi Raven.
As I moved to the area about 3 years ago and have dogs, and I was walking through the countryside and I walked through and thought it looked like an interesting place, and then just found out a bit more about it, went on their website and found out that they did volunteer days on Wednesdays, so I came down one Wednesday and said hello to people.
I was new to the area and I wanted to be a part of a community, and I've met such a cool group of people I never would have been put in the same space as. So becoming, part of the community, definitely. Learning skills. I've learned how to drive the tractor and how to prune apple trees, and I've just learned all these cool skills that I've always been interested in. But mostly it feels like it really gives me purpose, and when I do this every week I feel like even though I've donated my time, I really feel like I've got something in return. There's a real exchange.
Because it was a really great place to be here. I found out all about Paddington Farm, and I think Tanya and Michael explained it all to me.
It was just after the pandemic, and it was during the pandemic that I moved here. It was quite hard to meet people. Wanted to meet people, make some friends. I've always liked the idea. I grew up in a city, and I've always liked the idea of working on a farm and just knowing more about farming. They were kind of my two main reasons for coming down. Since doing that, I've experienced so much, and I've got way more out of it than just those two things.
So what I really like actually about working here and volunteering is like the seasonal work. So I love when there's hay baling, for example, and in the summer when the kids are here, we all go out and we bale the fields and they count it's just a lovely thing, they count all the bales. I love the apple juicing season and learning how to prep the apples. All sorts of things. So I really like to work with the animals too, so I like to feed the animals and clean them and make sure they're fencing and their areas are secure. There's always little bits and bobs, and like today gardening, so yeah.
I first taught how to use the lawnmower, the strimmer. They give us free lunch every day, and no one can't complain about the lunch really. So
I started off fixing a fence that was a pen for a pig, and I'd never really hung around a pig before, so that's what I started off doing. Then I built more fences since then. I hung out with loads of animals. I took in some hay, we collected loads of hay and we're throwing them in the back of the trailer. Learned how to drive a tractor. I learned loads from being here.
Oh, it's made such an impact on my life. It's almost like therapy for me coming here every week. So yeah, amazing, and mostly to be part of a community.
I've learned loads from coming down here. I've met some really, really nice people who are working, living on the farm. It's given me a new perspective on farming, how difficult it is, how seasonal it is, how and where our food comes from. Just the value of volunteering, giving your time to something for free. It's not necessarily for free because you get loads in return. Not necessarily money, but education, experience, all sorts of things. And then you get to meet people, meet friends.